Illustrating this problem, you draw a kite. Say this is the kite. And there's a girl flying this kite 120 feet. The wind is carrying the kite horizontally away from the girl. So there's a wind blowing away from the girl and carries the kite 10 feet per second. How fast must the kite string be let out? If this is a S, with the length of the string. How fast must the kite string be let out when the string is 150? Which means that let this be X, let this be Y, okay? And so you identify here a right triangle. And what is this? If you're going to write the given information, how do you label this? Yes, Michael?
Yung 10 po is yung change of x po with respect to time.
Yes, very good. So we have dx dt. Dx dt as equal to 10 feet per second. And you're also given y equals 120 feet. ds dt. Gaano kabilis na ni-release nitong batang ito yung string when the string is 150. So, okay. Let me rewrite. What is ds dt when s is 150 feet? We use what? Pythagorean theorem. In this case, we have 120 squared plus x squared equals 150 squared. Alright? And you can solve for x. X therefore is equal to 150 squared minus 120 squared. So what's the value? Using your calculator, what's the value?
90 po.
The value already square root or 90?
Naka-square root na po yun, ma.
So already the value of x, isn't it? 90 feet. That's your x. So how fast does the kite string be let out? So in this case, we have, using again Pythagorean theorem, in this time we'll be using symbols. So s squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. And so we start deriving. We have 2s squared equals ds dt. 2x dx dt. This is similar to the triangle in the second example, I think. Plus 2y dy dt. You can cancel the 2. So what we are solving is the ds dt. So that x is given. We have solved the x already, 90. So we have 90 times, what is dx dt? Is it given? Yes.
Yes po.
That is 10 plus y, 120. dy dt. May catch tayo dito. Read the problem again. A girl is flying the kite, which is at a height of 120. The wind is carrying the kite horizontally away from the girl. Do you think that the vertical distance is changing?
Hindi po, ma'am.
Hindi. So we missed
Horizontal.
that one. Therefore, we realize that this one right here, oh, sorry, this is plus y squared. This one is actually constant. So therefore, we shouldn't, the derivative of this is 0 because it's constant. This is x. So we don't need to plug in because that is already 0. So what we're solving is only ds dt. And we have, this is equated to 900. And so dividing both sides by s squared, ds dt, therefore, is equal to 900 over s squared. What is s squared? It is what? What is our s? 150 squared. Okay. So what's the answer? Answer
2 over
is
5.
2 over 5
5.
ds dt. In units, it's equivalent to, what's our unit? ds dt.
Ma'am, excuse me po.
Yes.
Yung S po ba talaga naka-squared pa?
Naka-squared. Wala na pala.
Parang hindi na po ata
Hindi
ako
na,
ganun.
hindi na. Hindi na kasi nag-derive na tayo. Missed that. So this shouldn't be squared anymore. And the answer is,
6.
yeah, 6. Thank you for that. Very observant students. So we have 6 feet
Per second.
per
Second.
seconds. Yan. That's our answer. Question, class? Questions?
Wala po.
Wala po, ma'am.
That's for our first problem. Maybe we can still have in 3 minutes. This one, number 7. A balloon leaving the ground 18 meters from the observer rises 3 meters per second. How fast is the angle of elevation of the line of sight increasing after 8 seconds? So this time, for your illustration, we have, meron tayong, ito yung reference point below the balloon. And 18 meters from that, meron tayong observer. Okay. This should be 18 meters. Kanya? Right, class?
Opo, ma'am.
That's how you analyze problems, no? Based on questions. A balloon leaving the ground 18 meters from the observer. So it shouldn't be this, but this one. Kasi may reference tayo, ground. Okay? And then, how fast is the angle of elevation of the line of sight increasing after 8 seconds? Kasi the balloon rises. Yan tayong word na rises. So, you should have a direction and label this as your y, right? This should be your x, right? Correct? You agree?
Opo, ma'am.
Yes. And so, this is one side wherein with respect to the ground, yan, angle na yan. That's your angle of elevation. No? The same lang din yan dyan. Dito, yan is the same angle. That's the angle of elevation of the line of sight increasing. So therefore, if this is theta, what is given? What else is given?
Y is equal to 3 meters per second po.
What is that? Is that y?
Opo, ma'am.
That is y?
Per second po.
But is that y variable?
Opo, ma'am.
Not exactly.
DHDT po, ma'am.
dh or d? We're
T.
using y. Ano yan?
Y over dt.
Yan, dy dt. 3 meters per second. And what is asked is
Elevation.
d theta dt. Ah. When t is 8 seconds. Okay. So, yan ang tanong. Ngayon, ano yung working equation natin? Given yung x. Tapos, meron tayong dy dt. Are we going to use what?
Tangent function po ba, ma'am?
Of course. Of course. Very good. We will use tangent theta, which is equal to the opposite side over the adjacent side. Kasi ito yung given eh. Given yung x. And then, given yung dy dt. So therefore, it should be in relation to this side, to the sides. No? Hypotenuse side, walang information given doon. Therefore, you cannot use sine theta, you cannot use cosine theta because it involves the height. There's no information about the height. So we use instead tangent theta. And if we are going to derive this, start deriving. Okay, how do we derive, class? Or we solve for theta, right? Tangent theta is y over x. Solving for theta, we have arctan. Okay, of y over x. Yan, kaya, and yung theta is also unknown. But after, mayroon kasi tayong after 8 seconds. Ano mangyayari? Kasi we're given 3 meters per seconds. So after 8 seconds, ano yung height?
24 po.
Yun. Diba? Meron kayong dapat na ganyan analysis. After 8. After 8 seconds, the height of the balloon is what? Sabi? 24 meters. Paano nakuha yan? Kasi given na yung dy dt nyo. It is 3 meters per seconds. Tapos, kung yan ay umaakyat ng 3 meters per seconds, so magka-count ka. After 2 seconds, it rises 6. After 3 seconds, it becomes 9. So after 8 seconds, 24 siya. Okay? So that's your y after 8 seconds. Ibig sabihin, with that, masolve mo yung theta. Okay? First, we solve for theta. Theta is arctan of y over x. Or, what is arctan of 24 over 18?
53.13 degrees po.
Ayan, 53.13 degrees. Okay. Now, kailangan masolve natin yung d theta over dt. So, paano natin masosolve yan? Yun bang x, class? Is this variable? Is this variable? Or is it constant? Ano? Importante yan. Kagaya yan kanina. Hindi tayo, di ba? Hindi na natin derive yan. Constant yung y natin eh. Because of this, horizontally away How about this?
Constant po siya, ma'am.
Constant yung x. X is constant. So therefore, from here, equation 1, kung i-derive natin yan, class, or pwede rin dito tayo mag-derive para implicit differentiation. Pwede rin dito. You can derive dito, or you can also derive this para diretsong d theta dt. Ano bang derivative ng, halimbawa, dito tayo. Huwag tayo dyan sa inverse. Baka nakalimutan nyo na yung derivative ng inverse trigonometric function. Dito tayo sa tangent. Anong derivative ng tangent? Say, using equation 1. Anong derivative ng derive? Pasensya na kayo dyan sa 110 ko. Anong derivative ng tangent theta?
Second squared theta po.
Ayun. Second squared theta. D theta dt. Ano naman ang derivative ng right side? Knowing that x is constant. Isulat lang natin ng 1 over x yan. Diba? Kasi constant yan. Parang numerical coefficient siya ng variable y. Ang derive natin is the y. So derivative of y. dy dt. Okay? So therefore, solving for d theta dt, meron tayo dito. Transpose natin to sa kabila. But remember, ano yung second? Second theta is 1 over cosine theta, di ba? Correct? Or cosine theta, 1 over second theta. Diba, class? Trigonometry ninyo. Remember that? D theta dt, kung i-transpose natin tong second squared theta, magiging ganito siya. Second squared theta times x dy dt. Correct? Diba?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But what is 1 over second? Para mas madaling This is cosine. So, pwede nating sabihin para mas madaling mag-compute, no? Cosine of 53.13 over, ano yung x natin? 18. Tapos, ano yung dy natin? Dy dt? 3 meters. So, dito, ang sagot, so multiply natin to ng 3. Anong sagot dyan? Mag-cancel pa yan. This is supposed to be squared. So, anong sagot dito? Cosine of 53.13 squared divided by 6.
0.06 po.
0.06.
06.
What's the unit?
Rad per second.
Radian
Radian
per
per second.
second. Okay? Medyo maliit na yung part na yun. Radian per second. Is it positive or negative? Increasing siya, di ba? So, it's positive. Naintindihan niyo, class? Ha?